Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how to sculpt an ear in ZBrush. Starting off with a cube, make sure it's a poly mesh. We're going to go ahead and divide this. Then we're going to size it down on one side. This is basically going to be a base that we're going to be working on. Then we're going to go ahead and append a sphere. We can go ahead and shrink it on one side. Push one side into the cube. And now we basically have a block out of an ear. With our move tool, we can go ahead and pull the earlobe down. We can also give it a question mark shape. And now we have the basic ear shape. Now we could go ahead and pull the inside of the ear to make it look a little curved. And have the helix part a little sticking out more. Now with our clay brush, we can start off with blocking everything off in the middle. I'm just starting with the helix right now. I'm going to be smoothing and adding as I go. Make sure you always have reference with you, it helps a lot. Just blocking out the ear canal right now. And that's obviously the deepest part of the ear. For the first part, I only stick with the clay brush, just to get the basic shape down. Now the anti-helix. Sometimes the anti-helix sticks out more than the helix itself, depending on the ear shape. We have a decent start. We can at least tell it's an ear. Now with the damp sanded brush, I just like to go over some marks. Like just kind of highlighting where I need to focus on and highlighting the structure of everything. Where all the bones are and where it needs to be deeper. I'm just trying to give it a better shape right now. The anti-helix, this looks like a Y. I think comparing it to some things will just help you remember the shape of things. I don't think it's important to memorize the names, but it could definitely help. I'm not going to do much in the back, but I know that the top part is thinner, and then it just kind of gets thicker as it goes in. It's making it a little thinner over here. And I'm still working on subdivision 1. I think it's important to work on the lowest division as you can, just in case you have to make big changes. Working on that earlobe a little bit more. Making the helix stand out a little bit more with the Dem Standard brush. It's making everything a little deeper. Kind of separating everything too. Giving it more of the Y shape. First when I started, I thought ears were the hardest things to sculpt, but now it's really fun. I love doing ears. Sometimes it's hard to explain things when you just do the same thing over and over. I just really like to build things until it looks right, and I'll keep trying until it does. Moving out all the clay brush that I added. Try and look at it from different angles, because it will help. I think the shape overall could be a little better. Just kind of rounding the top out and making it a little flat and not super round. I'm gonna divide that one more time and go back in with the Dem Standard. I think the ear canal could be a little deeper. Also added a piercing, just for extra detail, I guess. Smoothing everything out by holding shift, just going back and kind of ending like these lines. It kind of looks cool. I think the base could be a little bigger, so I'm just gonna size that up. right? It's looking like an ear. Just going in and making things deeper and adding the final touches. I think I really like the smooth surface. Kind of gives it an arcane look almost. I think this looks like a great base to work on. I probably would keep it at a very low subdivision. I usually don't work on one thing like at the same time. I just like work on something like with low division, and then I'll go back to the face and finish the character and do whatever I have to do, block out everything. And then I'll divide it, and then I'll come back and add a little bit more detail, and I'll keep building up the layers until I get it to where I want it to be. But like making a full character, I would never just sit down and just do an ear start to finish without working on different parts of the body. Plus you would get so bored, like just you'd be so focused on one thing that you wouldn't be able to see the whole thing at once, which is really important. You have to look at everything at once all the time. That's why like you see me backing out so much. It's because I just really like to look at everything. With the flatten brush, I'm just gonna go around and give it the stylized look. I'm still going in with that flatten brush, and I'm just like cleaning up everything. I think I really like it, like stylized, but I usually don't keep it. I try to go for a more realistic look, but I'm just trying to do something basic and fast for the video and for a little bit of practice. Yep, and the last thing I'm gonna do is with the damn standard brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over some things. Like the helix, just make it a little deeper, I guess. Kind of separate these parts. Yeah, we're about done. And this is how you make a very basic ear you could build off on and add it to your characters. I think this is a good exercise just to practice a little bit of anatomy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!